Hello, I'm Eleanor Hammond and I work for the SERGI Foundation. We are proud to support this year's European Resource Bank here in Prague at the Center for Economic Research and Graduate Education, which is also the Economics Institute of the Czech Republic. We're equally delighted to be partners in the Free Market Roadshow, which took place 2 days ago before the ERB. By coming to the European Resource Bank, you will have 2 days of brainstorming in a very creative and informal environment, sharing your ideas, sharing your problems, and coming up with creative solutions, not just to your own institution's problems, but to the wider problems facing Europe and the world today.
We need institutions which are speaking out, which are speaking clearly out, and which is also very important, the European Resource Bank works a lot on the young people. And I think that the important thing is to educate, to clarify the young people, because sometimes they have a more open mind than they established the bit older people.
I think the European Resource Bank, not only in Prague, all the others before, is the key to success, because we have the opportunity to exchange different positions and also to look if our position is right and to develop a common strategy to protect entrepreneurial freedom, economic freedom, and freedom of society.
I think, apart from the fact that you learn from the experience of the others and you get a better understanding of how things are run in other countries, I think it's also a very important tool to gain more confidence and encouragement for the work that we do in promoting free markets, because we get to meet other like-minded people that do a great work in the countries where they come from, and that's a source of inspiration.
It's really important that liberals come together and exchange best practices, experiences, and that you can learn from one another, and that's a good thing when you see what worked in one country. Maybe you can adapt it by yourself with your think tanks. And yeah, it's a good thing in that way.
It's very important for us think tanks to network among each other, to learn from each other and to have good ideas. Only if we are well networked can we be able to work on the local but also on the European level.
I think the European Resource Bank is a very, very good initiative. People can get together and show best examples of campaigns and ideas, but also have fruitful discussions between people who are really interested to making Europe better, and it's also fun.
So I was very curious and interested to come to a meeting to meet other think tanks and other people who are free market thinkers, who are not the usual suspects, because the UK is a smaller market and we all know each other. So to meet new people here from really, really many different parts of the world is a fantastic experience. It contributes to my knowledge, it opens my mind. I hope I was helpful to other people in sharing my thoughts and my ideas as well.
It is a fantastic forum to be able to bring together all these individuals, share the ideas, share the lessons, share the ways of engaging, and also, above all, it's a great forum to make links across the globe. So it's a small way of making the world a far smaller place for people that are engaged in similar pursuits.
World, and most importantly, we can exchange our practices, our ideas, our experience, which I consider the most valuable thing on this event. And also it helps us to create a connection and a network of people who can help us in future.
European Resource Bank brings together people from all over Europe who are the leaders of the liberty movement. They're thinking innovatively, they're trying to look at new solutions, and they're obviously incredibly knowledgeable. Barbara Colm has done amazing things to get this off the ground. SERGI is a wonderful organization, one of the most elite institutions in the Czech Republic, especially when it comes to economics. So I'm very happy to be a part of it, and I will continue to be so.
I think that it's wonderful that there is organization that thinks about coordination of these European free market organizations, and we need more coordination, to be honest. And there are very concrete discussions here. I appreciate it. I think the ERB is wonderful project, and I wish it will continue and grow in the future.
It's like a platform where you can have right listeners, friendly listeners, those who can really support you and judge you in friendly way. So it's like a nice platform, and I would like to wish all participants and organizers success. And of course, you can have me behind, as it was always until now.
Oh, it's a wonderful event. You know, it's like-minded people coming together. But of course, libertarians always disagree with each other, so there's no groupthink. So no, it's a wonderful opportunity to meet good friends and make excellent business and social contacts.
This event in particular, it's so encouraging to see people sharing ideas, saying, hey, look, here's something we tried in, whether it's in Germany or wherever else in these other countries across Europe, and this thing has worked, and this thing hasn't worked in Sweden, it has worked here in Georgia, it's not worked in Montenegro, whatever else it may be. It's been very encouraging to see that there are groups organising like this together and sharing these sorts of ideas.
This has been a really fascinating weekend. I've met some really amazing people. It's been in a lovely location, stimulating to the brain, and also extremely nice to make connections with lots of people from all over Europe.
Next year, the European Resource Bank will be in Chisinau, the capital of the Republic of Moldova. And it's a very interesting place to be, for three reasons. Number one, it is the poorest country of Europe, with the lowest wage, with the highest brain drain in Europe. So we can see on the ground what cronyism, what not functioning institutions, and the lack of prosperity and perspective have. Second one, it is a country that is still divided between East and West. We have a very strong tendency leaning to the European Union, and we have a very strong tendency leaning to Russia. And the third thing is that this is the country with the last Soviet republic, meaning we have the unrecognized Republic of Transnistria that still sees itself as a former Soviet republic, and you can still find the Lenin statues there and the structures and the Upper Soviet who is ruling the country. So therefore, I think we could enter a living museum, so to speak, where we can see what effect communism actually has and had, and we can see the crony structures that are partly upheld by the government and by oligarchs in the country. Therefore, a meeting like the European Resource Bank is very much needed, and we can see why we are still needed as liberals, libertarians and conservatives in Europe and around the world.